headlock. Went throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers birding my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. No sin for me, just win. Leave the bill for me like hand on my heart. I give it all I walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Wanna walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me, yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they, though they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they, though they taking notice.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
SOS. Hey, ready? He's coming. We got double up.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Rivers. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchback. 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line. 49's the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. Look at this spin.
Balance.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
That's it. That's it.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got him.
Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Double tight. 3 down. Wait, 89.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Where's it? 180. Hey, Brown, 80. Use the mic. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Watch the edge. Hey, alert 3. Blitz.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler.
Run!
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Allen has it, left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and now it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On 3rd down, Rivers. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They're scared.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let's make these babies
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
You must be dreaming. Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left. I got you. I got you.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That 180. Hey, ground 80. Double tight, guys. Double tight. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Switch. Switch. Rush in.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Great job.
It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game, for here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's complete to Brown, right side. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Hill, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Here we go. 52's the flag. Check. 52's the mic. Hey, here we go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's a game of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Jackson will throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Mike's 49. Bound to lose one. Slam. 66. Bullet. Half. Smoke. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 36. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you, push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Bring it. 81. Out. Mike 52. I got you.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Rabbit.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Rivers now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Silver.
From the gun, a run for Hill. And some room to maneuver. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Check hot route.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Not today.
Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Jackson operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Tucker's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, every day, any day.
Caught on the left side by Benjamin. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island. Single receiver.
Rivers to throw.
Watch the flip. Here we go.
And that is incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Shift. Watch switch. Load it. Check.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th.
Oh, baby, come on, let's go.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Deion Jones. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory.
It's a turnover on down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got him.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Again, it's Hill. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Ravens on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying,
and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Deion Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for our visitors, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my